What is up, my dudes? We've got the Corporate Esports Association Dota 2 Spring 2019 tournament going on. Today we've got, well, the teams aren't labeled properly, so I'm gonna have to guess this. I think it's Google Team A on the Radiant side and Workday on the Dire side, but now I have to double check the drafts because I don't quite remember the team names. This is the round of 32, so this game was played a few weeks ago. I finally managed to get my hands on the replay. So this is 7.21C, 7.21D. It's the older patch where we'll probably see Dry Ranger. She's no more after this patch, thank God for that.
Radiant team pick.
So, gonna be some different drafting than you would expect. So let me just
Radiant
check
team are now picking.
Is this even the right one? So we've got okay, so I think it's Workday on the Radiant side and Google Team A
Only 10 seconds.
Dire side. Yes,
5
okay, that
seconds
looks correct. Also, I may be completely wrong about that as well. This is odd. So the bracket says that these guys played in the round of 32, but oh, actually, the replay says round 1 of the playoffs. Then
Dire's ban.
this is madness. What's going on here? Anyway, while I figured this out, let's get into the draft. So, pretty normal bands overall. The Winter Wyvern is a bit questionable. Okay, so this is definitely 7.22 because the Mars is in captain's mode. So, okay, this is the round of 16. I was wrong, and this is
5 seconds. Hurry.
7.22. Interesting. That means I'm missing a game, but I will worry about that later. But interesting that they picked Lifestealer so early. I guess it's fine because Jakiro and Willow can't really do too much against Lifestealer. You can always rage off the Ice Path before. You can rage out of the Ice Path Yule's combo. You can also rage out of the Curse Crown. So these supports are going to have a really tough time dealing with Lifestealer. At least Willow can protect herself with the Shadow Realm. I'm not really sure which exact day this was played. If this was played, I'm pretty sure this was played after 7.22B. So Willow got nerfed a little bit. She got nerfed within 3 days of this patch because the new Ags was a little bit ridiculous. Oh, okay, yes, I completely skipped a game. Alright, I'll get back to that one later. So, Morph Band and Ember Band, interesting. I didn't realize that Workday played those heroes. Or I've seen them play Ember before, but I haven't seen them play Morph before.
Legion Commander!
They're gonna open with Legion Commander. Interesting. This hero is very hit or miss. She can either be a complete flop or snowball completely out of control. And they don't really have a big amount of burst damage. Willow does do fairly significant amount of burst damage, but it's still a little bit over time. It's probably around the same time as the duel though. And it's a nice counter to Lifesteal. It's a nice way to lock him down during rage. She can also go for an Aghanim Scepter later if she's thinking about it to get some spell immunity and ignore the line completely. Also, it's a nice way to just jump on top of the line and kill him.
Team are now picking.
The Dire go for Sand King. So Sand King I think is super strong right now. He rose in popularity a lot during the Disneyland major. He did get slightly nerfed to Sandstorm, but it's not really that big a deal. It still does 95 damage per second at level 4, which is insane. And it's pretty oppressive to lane against Sand King. Radiant, they're gonna have to look for a ranged carry. They're gonna go with Troll Warlord. Yeah, I guess he can become ranged. because if you have melee against Sand King in lane, it's a disaster for you.
Dazzle.
Oh, Google Team A, they go Dazzle. Not a hero we see too often anymore, but I think Dazzle is gonna slowly make a comeback. I think he got buffed in 7.22C, but that is not this patch, so a little bit poor timing.
Only 10 seconds.
Level 10, the left talent replaced 200 health with 30% XP gain, which is actually huge for support Dazzles. You want to get to that level 18, or even level 16 as quickly as possible. You want to max all your abilities out. Usually Shadow Wave is the second one you max out, and then Shallow Grave. The extra points in Shallow Grave is nice, but you can't really justify it. So both teams looking for a mid, but Workday, they have the last pick, so it could be pretty favorable for them going into the draft. But I kind of worry about their ability to take down the Lifestealer. They don't have much lockdown outside of the duel, and there's always the Sand King and the Lion to interrupt the duel for quite a while. They bet the Deucer from Google Team A. So I guess Google Team, they need to look for like a general purpose mid that like
5 seconds. Hurry.
Won't lose too many matchups because they don't have the final pick here. The other thing is they need someone to create space for them because Lifestealer is pretty slow to get online. You really need that Midas radius before he can start joining fights. It takes about 17 to 20 minutes depending on how well your lane went. He's up against Legion Commander, which is okay for him. A melee hero against Lifestealer is always pretty preferred, but Legion Commander, she can just buy an early Soul Ring and spam out those overwhelming odds, which do hurt a lot in the lane. So we'll see how this lane goes. I think it is slightly Lifestealer favored, but it should be pretty even overall. So maybe Lifestealer not gonna be pressured as much as you would expect. The Dark Willow Legion Commander lane, it doesn't inspire me with a lot of fear. I just feel like Willow, she falls a little bit flat in the laning phase. Great team fight, but overall it's just a little bit flat. So Google Team may go for a safe choice Viper, someone who he doesn't quite dominate his lanes anymore. He doesn't max poison attack. It's all about the Nanotoxin these days, which isn't about pressuring the lane really hard. And Radiant go with Sniper, and interesting because they have the Sand King and Lifestealer bomb, and this Sniper is gonna struggle a lot against it. I think this is a bit of a bad Sniper game for Workday. I'm not really convinced. I gotta say, I probably do favor the Google Team A little bit, just because Sand King, his initiation is a lot easier than Legion Commander. He can also get multiple heroes at the same time. Most of the damage from Workday is single target focused. Jakiro and Willow provide some team control, but it's all very unreliable. There's no like easy setups for them. I guess the ice path after the duel is nice. But it all depends on how Legion Commander starts her game. She really needs to snowball really hard, and from my experience, Legion Commander is like not that good a hero right now. But let's hop into the game. We'll introduce the teams if I can fix the camera. We've got Sleepy on the Dark Willow,
Let's get to it, shall we?
Untamed on the Legion Commander, Ponies on the Sniper, Brawl Rog on the Jakiro, and Asian Go Player on the Troll Warlords. That'll round out Workday's lineup. On the side of Google Team, we've got Wolfen on the Dazzle, Zoe on the Sand King, Young B on the Lion, some Chinese name that I can't read on the Lifestealer, and GKD on the Viper. So Viper dropping an early ward. He gets the early ward advantage, so we'll see if they're able to see if Sniper's dropping his. Top lane, this lane's pretty scary for the Lion. He's pretty vulnerable to like a bramble trap.
30 seconds to
I
video
don't think they
games.
saw the
30
sniper
seconds.
put down the ward. So sniper will be able to keep his observer ward for the time being. Lion taking a lot of harassment. The Bramble Maze came out, but it won't even be up for the bounty room time. So we'll see if Lion wants to go for it. He wasted his Earth Spike early though. He could have used his Earth Spike to try and secure one of the bounty runes, but he probably would have died afterwards. Lifestealer will be able to grab the other bounty rune, so he just snuck around the enemy team. Legion and Willow playing a little bit too aggressively, and they just had their bounty runes taken on their noses. So this lane is pretty sniper favored, but at the same time, these days Viper, he just wants to get multiple points of the Nether Toxin and then hit the jungle to farm up. So it doesn't really matter if he loses his lane anymore. This new style of Viper. And Shakira and Dazzle are going to duke it out here, but this is pretty Dazzle favored. You don't want to sustain a fight against Dazzle because it's Poison Touch, it keeps refreshing. Another Dual Breath comes out, these two supports just duking it out in the corner, but Jakira, he's going to be the one who has to back off because the Poison Touch is a little bit too good. The Poison Touch almost off cooldown again. Sand actually going for an early point in Burrow Strike, not something you see too common these days on these offlane Sand Kings. Normally you go like 0-2-1, especially if this troll decides he wants to go for some melee swings. You just use the Caustic Finale and Zen him away. But troll is a ranged hero to start with. He's also got the early point in Wailing Access, which we've been seeing a lot as well. Burrow Strike comes in with the Sandstorm, just annoy the troll a little bit. And this lane is just going to be permanently pushed in. There's no sentries on the Jakiro, I believe. Oh, he has one, but Dazzle also has one. So it's all about the sentry war against Sand King, and it's pretty important that you win it, otherwise Sand King can just ball out of control with the Sandstorm. Viper just hitting the jungle, doing Viper things. And it's gonna be a pretty quiet game to start with, seems like. Bramble Maze comes out onto the Lion, but he will be okay, just a spike. Double damage on the Dazzle, so he's got his Poison Touch back up. He can go for a kill if he wants. If he spots the Jakiro outside of the tower range, Jakiro doesn't have that much mana left. Alright, he's gonna get spotted out here. Doesn't get the Poison Touch off in time because of the nerfed cast range. And they're gonna go for the troll instead. This is pretty scary for the troll now. Burrow Strike comes out as well, but Dazzle's actually gonna be the one who goes down first. He gets burst down by the Jakiro. And another Dual Breath comes out and manages to hit the Sand King. He drops the sentry, and Dazzle was the one with the sentry, so the sentry war is won for now, but as soon as Dazzle comes back to the lane, he's gonna be able to drop a sentry and help his teammate. Or not, he probably didn't even notice. Alright, well, Jakiro, he's gonna go down here. Very slow death. One more touch, and the Poison Touch should finish him off. He's in a little bit of trouble, but I don't know if this is worth for the troll to go for. If he misses a lot of last hits, like he missed this range creep for instance, he managed to just barely get the experience. I don't even think he got the experience with that. So, oh, this is an interesting build from the sniper. 022, just going all in on the right clicks. I think the shrapnel is actually like really good. It's definitely his best ability, and I don't know. I feel like he's not going to be able to contribute too much to fights until he gets more points in shrapnel. You really need it. Viper, Suicide's to range, it's a neutral creep. It actually takes a while for you to respawn if you die that way. Too many people were abusing suicides to neutral, so Ice Frog had to nerf it. Okay, so he's going all in on this right click build. His first item is going to be probably going to go for a Dragon Lance or a Maelstrom. But he has no way of slowing down his opponents, which means it's all on the Jakiro and the Willow to help him get kills. Maybe he'll rotate once LC gets level 6, but this LC, she's doing okay in last hits, I guess, but starting to get pressured out of lane a bit. Not going for a soul ring, interesting, so she's out of mana, has one more overwhelming odds, and that's basically it. But they're a little bit behind on experience here, compared to the side of Google Team A. 5-minute batteries are coming up. Looks like Jakira's gonna try and go for the other one, but it's not really gonna work out. But it's fine. He'll manage to get 1 for 1, and they'll pick up her own one. So 2 for 2 batteries. Pretty even game so far. Less than like 1k gold lead.
Dire's middle tower
Legion
taking
came in. They're gonna
damage.
ferry some more regen her way. I don't know if this is quite the right choice. It's a fresh shrine as well. So life stealer, half a level advantage. S-Spike onto the Legion Commander, and the Dazzle's here now. LC's in a lot of danger. She manages to, she's not able to TP out. The Hex comes out from the Lion beforehand. Bramble Maze won't be able to slow down the Lion in time, and the Sand King goes down at bot as well. The Sentry paying off dividends, managing to push the Sand King out of the lane. Dazzle also left, so they had a good opportunity to go for them there. There's a double damage at bot, but no one sees it yet. Maybe Viper will probably know that there's no rune up here, so the rune has to be at bot, but no one's going for it. And so if Sniper had Shrapnel, he would be able to zone out this line completely from the lane, but finally puts his first point in Shrapnel, but the level 1 Shrapnel is not that good. You really need to put a lot of points into it. He drops the Shrapnel onto the Lion now, but it's only a 15% slow at level 1, so he's just going to be able to walk out of there. But it's just annoying. He's able to pressure this tower pretty hard. Viper not doing anything to defend it, not dropping another toxin or anything. And so Sniper, he's gonna get this tower super early, which is actually pretty big for him. But also pretty scary as well, because now if he wants to farm the mid wave, he has to go pretty deep, and you don't want to do that. So Viper is rotating back in. He's got full mana now. He's trying to get in range for a Viper strike, but the cast range is pretty small. And Lion also not getting close enough for a Hex. Dazzle's made his way up here, so it's going to be solo Sand King down bot, and he didn't bring a sentry into the lane to help de-ward himself, so he's going to go down again. Very important, you should just buy a sentry for yourself, just to make your life easier. Especially if you're going to be soloing like that. You already died once, TP back to the lane, you should just bring a sentry with you. He still doesn't have a sentry with him. Luckily, this sentry is going to run out in about a minute, so it's the nightmare's almost over, although we'll see Jakira brought more sentries with him. It's like that Spoon movie. Oh, Lifesteal manages to kill the LC at top. There's like did they even use the poison touch? Also Dazzle with no points in grave. He's looking to get aggressive. It's interesting, because most of the damage is over time. You know, a shallow grave to prevent people from getting dueled as well. Which is another problem with this LC right now. He has to duel the Dazzle, because otherwise they're just gonna get shallow graved. LC, he gets open wounds again. He just TP'd back in. He'll be okay. He won't. It's like it's not gonna go down here, but already loses half his health. Sniper getting dove by a hasted Viper, and Viper, he'll be able to walk out of here. Oh, actually, he just goes down. Curse Crown, and the tower will finish him off. But Viper getting more or less a solo kill on the Sniper, because I don't think the Dazzle was in range for that. Oh, he did manage to get some experience, so probably was in range. Gets a point in Shallow Grave now, interestingly enough. I normally see like 3-1-1 instead of this build. I'm not really sure what the value point in the second point in Shadow Wave is. It's not like a traditional spell that doubles at level 2. Sand King, he's getting pretty low. Gonna be okay. 3 points in the liquid fire, no points in ice path, so going full push mode. It's an interesting build. I'm not the biggest fan of it myself when I play it. Actually, Finger of Death will finish off the Jakiro pretty quickly, but they don't really have enough damage to finish off this troll. It depends on the battle trance, and he's just gonna run at the lion, and Impale comes out. But it looks like the battle trance is over. It's time for the troll to run away. Let's go for an SOY first. He's trying to run down his opponents. And Lifesteal, level 7 against the level 5 LC. The LC is not going to be able to contest the Lifestealer anymore. 10-minute battery range looks like it's going to be 2 for 2. Lifesteal, LC, he's going for the other one, but Lifesteal can always open wounds her, although it's on cooldown. Yeah, this max liquid fire build, I feel like it doesn't scale that well. The cooldown is the part that scales, but the damage, it like barely, it doubles between level 1 and level 2. I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of this, but it can work. The problem is that Lifestealer can always rage off the liquid fire, and Viper doesn't really right click, so the minus attack speed is not that great. It's more about the tower push, but they already have the troll and the sniper who can chip away at towers, maybe trying to make it a bit faster. Viper gonna go for an ATOS, but he's got a lot of last hits, but I feel like he's not. He's definitely behind the sniper. Most of these last hits are neutrals. So one of the problems with taking out the mid tower this early is you gotta push in deep to get the creeps.
Dire's middle tower
Pretty scary for the sniper. He definitely needs some wards like in this section of the map. Otherwise, he's just gonna get caught out every time. But we'll manage to back out for now. He's rotating bot to go get for the mid bot tower. Lion in a lot of trouble. He's gonna go down. He gets assassinated and taken out. And they're gonna take this tower pretty easily on the side of Workday.
Dire's bottom tower is in pieces.
This Lifestealer has been pretty uncontested, but he's still pretty far away from being able to fight. While the sniper, he went for this max, oh actually, he went back for 3 points in shrapnel. This is like a pretty heavy fighting build, I suppose. He went for an early Dragon Lance, so probably gonna go for Maelstrom next. I'm kind of hoping he won't go for a Force Staff just to get the bonus damage, but again, the Force Staff will help him stay alive at least. Sand King, Burrow Strike's in, there's no protection actually, they use the dust, so he will be forced to back out, and it's time to run if you're Workday. Hex onto the Dark Willow, and Dark Willow will be the sacrificial lamb here. They're gonna continue chasing. Sniper, he stayed for an assassinate, and now he might be putting himself in a bit of danger. Ice Path comes out, but the Rage dodges it. Sniper, he's gonna run off to the side, he's isolated now, but it looks like they're not gonna continue going for this. Another Shrapnel comes out, and they manage to clip all 3 of them. Assassinate onto the lane, won't finish him off, and nice Shrapnel to zone out the enemy team. Viper, he's in a lot of danger, he's gonna go down here. Burrow Strike from the Sand King onto the Sniper. And Sniper, he's in a bit of trouble. He's taking a lot of damage from the Sandstorm, but he's going to make it out. Meanwhile, Lifesteal, he's going on a rampage. He took out the troll with the help of the Dazzle, and now he's going to go for the LC, but Lifesteal, he's all isolated now. He doesn't have rage for a little bit, 2 seconds, and he's going to go down here. And Dazzle will go down as well to the Sniper. So this is a bit of a clown fest, but it looks like it's going to the favor of Workday.
A double slaughter.
And Sniper, he did a ton of damage that fight. Look at this, 2,600 damage. His heroes like don't even have that much. 1,200, 1,300, 800. He probably did like half the damage of the enemy team. And he's got to go for a Maelstrom now. He feels pretty invincible after that fight. They kind of just ran at him and they weren't able to catch up. Sand King doesn't have a blink yet. He's actually going for a Crimson Guard first. I think this is probably a big mistake. They just need to get on top of the Sniper with the Lifestealer. Use the Infest Bomb and take out the Sniper. And Sniper doesn't have any defensive items right now.
Has been denied.
Oh, so you gotta go for a drums to help the team catch up to the enemy team. It also like increases the sniper's speed, so he's able to run away a bit better. It's a pretty good item. Not going for the blink, but I think it's it makes sense in this scenario. You just want to be able to run away from the enemy team, disengage, and then have the sniper attack from a safe distance.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
You never want to see this. Both cores farming the same lane. It looks like they might be going for a push here, but they don't have their supports with them. Shakiro with the he did max liquid fire. He finally put a point in ice path. They probably need the extra lockdown a bit because it's just him and the Willow, and the Willow, it's pretty hard to land Willow's spells. Actually, Viper spots out the two supports, and they're both gonna go down here. Actually, Figure of Death finish off the Jakira's 2 stacks on the Lion now. Bit unfortunate that they ran into the Viper, because now they both died. So it looks like it's going to be 3 bounty runes going the way of Google Team A. But Workday were able to pick up the tower in the meantime. So this gold lead is still pretty close. It's pretty back and forth so far. Lifestealer working towards his Radiance. He's about 1,000 gold off the relic. So Elsie's done with the drums now. We'll see what she wants to go for next. I'm kind of assuming it's going to be a blink so she can get on top of the Dazzle and just duel him. But it's pretty scary to jump in by yourself. She also needs a blade mail before she goes for that play.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
Rog and King, they spot each other out. Looks like they're both gonna put wards in the same spot. It's pretty cloudy.
Regeneration.
So Sniper, he's got his Maelstrom done. He's gonna go back for a Hurricane Pike now. Makes a lot of sense. We'll see when he wants to go for a BKB. He definitely needs one this game. He gets the Viper, the Sand King, and the Lion. Even the Lifestealer being on a BKB off the open wounds is pretty nice. Elsie, she's in a lot of trouble. She manages to purge off the open wounds before the Lion gets there. So gonna go for a Blink next, but hasn't been able to secure any dual wins yet. Maybe she should go with a Sniper. Sniper does do a ton of damage right now. 3 points in the headshot. Well, Elsie, she's beating the enemy team in a little bit. Looks like they're gonna try and trade towers. A lot of big presence from Google Team A down here, but they're gonna go for the defend as well. Lion TP's top. Sand King TP's to the shrine. He gets spotted out by the Dark Willow. Ice Path and Curse Crown onto the Sand King, and it's gonna cancel the epicenter. I'm not sure why he went for it. Shadow Grave on the Sand King will keep him alive for a little bit, but he looks like he might go down to the shrapnel. It just gets out of range of the shrapnel, but overwhelming odds will finish him off. Meanwhile, the Viper getting chased down by Shakira, chasing down the Viper. Oh, Shakira chased down by the Viper. Viper Strike will come out, but he'll be okay. He gets purged. Nice 2-man Earth Spike from the Lion, and Viper, he's in a lot of danger. He's getting caught out here by himself. The duel comes out, but they don't quite have the damage to finish him off. Assassinate will hit the creep, but they will manage to get the duel win. Meanwhile, the Shakira, he's gonna go down to the Lifestealer here. Lifestealer doesn't have range for 6 seconds, but he will infest a creep to be able to get out of there. And they're gonna try and make it so the creep wave fights each other. Get this? He's got rage. He can always just rage TP out of there. It looks like, oh, he's gonna rage and go for the troll, and he's in a lot of danger now. The fear will come out from the lion onto the Lion, so he's not gonna be able to cast any spells to help him. Shadow Grave onto the Lifestealer, and Willow chasing the Lifestealer with the Bedlam, and we'll manage to take him out. Lion will go down in the meantime at top. This is a bloodbath. Alright, we'll duel this back up. They can go for more if they want. They don't get the slow onto the Dazzle, but the overwhelming odds to speed him up a bit. Duel comes out onto the Dazzle, and the Dazzle's gonna go down as well. Ice Path, and another duel win for the LC. Viper in a lot of danger. They get caught out by the shrapnel, so a lot of slows, a lot of damage coming out. LC gonna run out a bit. Another nice Ice Path by Brolrog, and then we'll get the Sand King as well. The Sniper, he's been pretty uncontested in these fights. They haven't been able to get on top of him. The Sand King, he went down pretty quickly at the start of the last fight, and he respawned and died again. Oh, that can't feel good.
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
They just haven't been able to get on top of the sniper.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
I'm not quite sure what Viper's going for. Actually, Finger of Death onto the Troll is going to take him out. He gets another Finger of Death stack for that. Huge kill for Google Team A. I'm not really sure what this Viper's going for. He's got a... Looks like he was going for a Greaves, but then just like changed his mind. He's got like a pipe and a Lotus Orb queued up. Lotus Orb to purge the Cursed Crown is pretty nice.
This will do nicely.
Right, 20-minute bounty runes. Looks like it's gonna be 3 bounty runes going the way of Workday, but Jakira will give up his life for it. Got a little bit greedy and tried to go for another one. The Radiance is almost done on the Lifestealer, so this is I mean, there's still no blink on the Sand King. It looks like he's not going for a blink anytime soon. They really need this to get on top of the sniper. But Lifestealer will be able to start dealing a lot of damage in these fights. He's been showing up to the fights. He's gone down twice actually to the Dark Willow both times. Hurricane Pike pretty much done on the sniper now, so it's going to be even harder to kill him. See what he wants to go for next. I'm thinking BKB is probably about time, because his damage output is pretty high right now. I think he's got more than enough. The Dazzle and the Lion are pretty squishy heroes, and Sand King, yeah, he's pretty tanky, but he doesn't have that much armor. He's got a lot of HP, but not much armor. Dazzle's got a mech. Oh, that's probably why the Viper changed his mind. But he's already got a chainmail. I guess he can turn it into an AC later if he wants to. So Viper gonna go for the Lotus Orb first. I'm not really sure how I feel about this one. I mean, you can Reflect Assassinate, I guess. Instant Rage, a duel onto the Lifestealer. He might go down here. No, Shallow Grave's gonna come out just in time. They're not gonna be able to get the kill. But Lifestealer, he's gonna go down anyway.
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
It's great if you can Shallow Grave them, but even if you can't disengage, then it doesn't result in anything. They just end up dying after the 5 seconds anyway. So, nice dual pickup for the Leech Commander again. He wasn't able to get the bonus damage, but the big pick-off onto the Lifestealer. And some shrapnel is dropping. So now the enemy team, and they're just gonna pressure this tower a bit. Kira with the extra attack range as well can also siege from the low ground. Especially with this Liquid Fire. He actually chose not to max it out. Interesting.
Radiant have fortified their tower.
Radiant use a fort to keep the creep wave alive a little bit longer. They want to get this tower pretty badly. They just need vision on the high ground, and they're almost gonna get it. Another Liquid Fire can come out soon, and they managed to get the tier 3 tower. So it's time to run. If you're Workday, just disengage, and they can go for the shrines now if they want. So they're gonna go for the bot shrine first. But this could be pretty scary. It looks like Google, they want to fight this. They've smoked up. But Sand King, he doesn't have a blink, so he can't initiate. Lifestealer, he needs to get inside the Sand King. Here for a wraparound. Lifestealer going the long way around, but
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
Just passing each other. Alright, smoke up for the Workday. They're gonna go around the long way. This is some ships in the night stuff. But LC, his smoke pops. He sees the Lion straight away. He doesn't get the jewel off before he gets hacked. But Lion will go down anyway. Nice 2-man Burrow Strike from the Sand King. He goes for the Epicenter channel, and he gets pushed out by the headshot, and not going to be able to do much. And he gets dueled by the LC. LC's going to get the bonus damage here. Sniper managing to 4-staff himself onto the high ground, will be on a safe position to retreat. And the Dazzle will go down in the meantime. 3 dead for Google Team A. And Lifestealer getting pretty low here. He might actually go down, but he's going to try and take out the Legion Commander first. He manages to get the LC before he goes down, and it's time for the Lifestealer to run. Viper in a lot of danger here. Another assassinate onto a creep. So a bit of a waste there. I don't think they were going to get the Viper anyway. But the sniper's back. He's pretty much at full life. He's going to take out the Dazzle here. Actually, Infest from the Lifestealer gets right on top of the sniper. But Sniper, he's not going to get out. He's going to be able to get out. The Atos just barely misses.
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
What another bloodbath. This game is crazy. It's just bloodbath after bloodbath. But Workday, they have a positional advantage. They've managed to take out the shrines, or at least one of the shrines. They have the shrines open. They've taken out way more towers. But somehow Google Team A, they're less than 1k gold behind. This is took a pretty successful fight there. They managed to take out most of the heroes, the troll and the LC. Pretty important. They still didn't take out the sniper again. Sniper only one death since the laning phase.
Money changes hands.
The hasted Viper in the mid lane. So Viper, he's gonna go back for a pipe now. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. This is a lot of magic damage. This team probably needs an AC at some point though. So it's going to be all on the Lifestealer later on though. The Vipers, his damage is going to start falling off. Sand King, his damage has already fallen off. I think he's got to go for a Blink now. He hasn't bought the components for a Crimson Gun. I think he could have gotten it by now. So it looks like he's understanding the name of the game is to get on top of the sniper. And so he's going to go for an early Blink. Well, not early anymore. 25 minutes. It's pretty late. Troll gonna go for Ro16 now, and doesn't seem like Google Team A know about this, or actually they probably just spotted the Jakiro walking out direction, but can they contest? They have Epicenter, It's probably too late. This Ro16 is going down pretty fast. The DD on the sniper as well makes it super scary.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
And they'll get the Ro16 uncontested.
Find out what happens after.
This is pretty scary now. If you jump the sniper and kill him once, he's just gonna come back to life and be able to force stuff his way out again. Especially with the cooldown reduction talent on 25. I like this one a lot on sniper. It's just pretty nice. Even if you go Midas on sniper, you get the cooldown reduction talent. It feels really good. So they're gonna finish off the last T1, T2 tower.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
They also took out the shrine as well to make that rush a bit easier. And still, Google Team A, they have a gold advantage somehow. Their heroes are very farmed. Sand King's on a Blink now. This is his time to go. Lifestealer, he's pretty far away. He's gonna come back to base and infest the Sand King. And I'm gonna get on top of this time. Requesting a gank. Zoe, can you get the initiation?
Radiant have fortified their towers.
The Viper and the Sniper are pretty grouped up. He's gonna jump in. He's just gonna hit the Viper. The Jakiro. The Jakiro instantly gets blown up. And Lifestealer on a bit of a rampage here in the back lines, but he's caught out by himself now. Viper gets Cursed Crown. He's gonna hit in life. Oh, he manages to let us off the Cursed Crown. A nice two-man Burrow Strike from the Sand King. He charges up the Epicenter, and he's going to be able to get the Sand King, but Sand King force-starts his way out of there. The Aegis will go down, and the Sniper, he's going to go down again here. Another Burrow Strike going to come out as well. Atos, and this Sniper is pretty dead. So a botched high ground push from Workday ends in a bit of a disaster for them. A 2k gold swing going the way of Google Team A, and finally it's time for Google Team A to catch a break. This has been a very close game so far, but finally a team starting to pull ahead a bit in gold. Nice initiation from the Sand King. You could have done this a lot earlier if you got the Blink first instead of the Vanguard. Probably could have seen this game turn around a lot earlier.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
So T1 tower claim. They're going for the T2 now. Just think they want to defend this one either. There's no creep wave though. It's finally arrived. And they don't push towers that quickly. Overwhelming odds will come out. Just a ton of damage there. Looks like it's time to back out if you're Google Team A. I mean, they only lost the T3 tower. They didn't lose any racks yet, so this game is still pretty close. Lifesteal gonna go for a basher now. He's finished his S and Y, so he's moving very, very fast. It's basically hasted when he turns on his phase boots. 536. Dazzle, he's not gonna finish off his Greaves actually. He's gonna go back for an A on disc. I like it. It keeps him alive for a bit longer. I don't think he's gonna keep him alive during a duel though. The duel lasts way too long for the Aeon Disc to save him. But we'll see. So also you gotta go for her own BKB now, not go for an Ags instead, but she's not quite strong enough to kill people in a 1v1 duel herself. No Blade Mail yet either, so I think the BKB makes a bit more sense. 30-minute bounty runes. It's gonna be 2 for 2. Looks like. Yeah, 2 for 2. So Lifesteal has money for a basher plus buyback now. Or actually, not quite enough for buyback. Troll's got his BKB done now as well. He didn't have that last fight. He got CC'd by the Sand King a little bit. Sniper, he's gone for an MKB. That's a bit interesting. I guess it helps against the mischance from the Radiance. A lot of damage coming out from him as well, but he's got probably needs one more survivability item at this point. Because last time he just got Burrow Striked. He definitely needs a BKB at some point.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Troll also going to go for his own MKB. It makes a lot more sense on Troll as well because he's got the attack speed for the bonus procs. Jakira's got his Yules now, so he can set up for the Ice Paths, but you can't really Ice Path the Lifestealer because he always rage out of it. Open Wounds gets purged off by the LC. Oh, and Willow, he wasn't able to use his Shadow Realm in time. He's actually in a lot of danger. He's gonna go down here to be the best. Gets first hit bashed. You never want to see that happen. So we're gonna get back to farming a little bit, but Workday, Google Team A, they've pulled ahead a little bit in gold in general. They've managed to maintain this like 4 to 5k gold lead. Abyssal Blade next on the Lifestealer. It's gonna help his team get a little bit more lockdown, especially through these BKBs. Just Abyssal Blade the Troll while he's BKB, then it wastes a little bit. Alright, smoke up from Google Team A now. The Lifestealer can just hop into the Sand King. Maybe he probably should. But they don't have any vision of the enemy team. They're pretty blind right now. Looks like they won't be able to find anything with the smoke, not having enough vision, but for Wolfen, it could be a good opportunity to get some wars on the enemy side of the map, but looks like he didn't bring any with him. Oh, Young B is actually the support here. Interesting. I didn't realize that they had the Dazzle as the position 4 and the Lioness position 5. It's normally switched, because the items don't really matter that much on Dazzle, but he's got a nice set of items. I think it would be worth finishing off Greaves at this point. Getting the bonus armor on low HP against Duel is a nice way to keep people alive. Also, like he's got Shallow Grave, so they're gonna be in that that low HP state for a lot longer than expected.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Yeah, so this icon is incorrect. 30
Radiant's
XP gain is the new talent. It's actually 200 health. Otherwise, he'd probably be around level 20 by now. LC looks like he's getting wrapped around on. Where's that Dazzle, he gets the poison touch onto the LC, slowing her down a little bit. Gets another hit, but he gets purged off. The open wounds after the purge though, gets first hit bashed as well. And LC, she's in a lot of trouble. She needs to run out of here. It's gonna have to use her BKB defensively. Ice Blast will completely whiff, and Willow also in a lot of trouble. But the lifesteal gets instantly blown up by the duel and the Bedlam. Willy Axes will slow down the Lion and the Dazzle a little bit. The Yours will lift the Dazzle into the air, and he's gonna go down as well. So 2 heroes down. They can just try and force the lifesteal and buy back here. But the important thing is Dazzle is down, so now there's no Shallow Grave. So Lifestealer forced to buy back now. He has Infest, so he's gonna maybe hop into the Sand King. But it looks like Workday are gonna back out here, play it safe. They got what they came for. They forced the Lifestealer to buy back, and that's all they wanted. Ag's now done on the Viper, so huge cast range for the Viper Strike now, and the extra juicy damage. Roche is back up. 35-minute bounty runes. I was going for the bot one, so it's gonna be 2 for 2 again. But Workday, they're on the important side. They have a double damage that just spawned in front of the Roach Pit as well, which they didn't just spawn. So this Roach is going to get down really fast, and I don't think Google Team A can respond in time. Ageless and Cheese going the way of Workday. This push will be pretty scary for them. Maybe they should give the Aegis to Troll. Looks like they gave the Cheese to Troll. I suppose it's fine because you can always use the Battle Trance and then Cheese during the Battle Trance. Sniper, go for the Assassinate cast time talent instead of the knockback. I don't know. I guess the knockback is a bit of a meme rather than an actually good talent. Maybe if they tweak the numbers a bit, it would become a bit better. But it's like borderline absurd. He's gonna go for a BKB now. He can buy it now if he wants to. I think it'll be pretty helpful. Actually, LC gets jumped pretty quickly by the Sand King. Viper Strike goes down on her as well, but she's gonna make it out. Shakira will go down in the meantime with another Toxin. Lifesteal, he's gonna get out of here. He gets Lotus Orb, so he's gonna be okay. We get Shakira with not much price, so that's pretty good. Infest is on cooldown for a little bit, so they won't be able to use the Infest bar for 30 seconds, but it's okay. Senki's got a lot of money. He hasn't spent it yet. I think a Crimson Guard could be pretty good here. LC gets open wounds again, but can purge it off. Nice Burrow Strike onto the Willow. But he's just gonna get out of there. Shakira with a 4-staff now. Shakira is pretty loaded, actually. I think everyone in this game is loaded. Gold talent on the Lion. Shakira doesn't have his gold talent yet, but he took the XP talent, so he's gonna be able to get the gold talent a lot earlier than you would expect. Burrow Strike onto the LC. She might be in a bit of trouble. She doesn't have the purge. Battle Trance comes out really early from the Troll Warlord. He's gonna go onto the Lifestealer. Nice Shallow Grave onto the Lion. We'll save him for a little bit, and the Infest to come out. Troll, he pops his BKB. Sniper, he's in a lot of danger here. He's gonna get taken out by the Epicenter. And Troll gonna go down slowly as well. So another complete disaster of a team fight for Workday. 3k gold advantage for them. And actually, somehow we're back to even on the gold. This game is very close.
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
So Lifestealer gonna go for an AC next. Viper with a Blade Mail next. I like this a lot. Sniper's forced to buy back so early. He better not get caught out here again, because this game could just suddenly end if Sniper dies. He's gonna have to drop some shrapnels to try and buy some time. Shakira gonna get taken out here pretty quickly. They used the glyph to keep the creeps alive. But the multi-shot. Troll and LC forced to buy back as well, so this is a big win for Google Team A. They've definitely got a win condition now. If they can take out any of these cores, then Workday are going to be pretty gimped.
Invisibility.
This is probably the time where you're going to see a Desperation Smoke. Battle Trance was popped super early that fight, and he wasn't able to get anything out of it. They weren't able to take out the Lifestealer at all, even though the Lifestealer went in basically by himself into the back lines on top of the sniper, and then he was able to infest into the line to stay alive for a little bit longer. Also a nice shallow grave on the line to keep him alive as well. So sniper, what's he looking for next? Look for a butterfly, and it makes some sense. Some nice deeps. The evasion is a nice defensive item as well, but I think he really needs the BKB first. Second, going back for your more traditional Sand King items, the Force Staff and the Blink, maybe Yule's next. But I would like to see Ags next on the Sand King. The new Ags applies Caustic Finale onto every target you burrow strike, so just getting that extra slow after you hit the stun is nice. Infest again into the Sand King, another smoke up, but looks like they have an idea of where the enemy team is. They're gonna take the long way around, but this is a long smoke wraparound. Viper's gonna push out the wave with the Nether Toxin first. Oh, that feels juicy. A lot of range creeps there. Haste, Viper takes the haste. This is gonna be a bit of a waste of smoke. They knew what the enemy team was. They even scanned them out, but unable to get anything. Willow's gonna instantly blown up here. Finger of Death as well. I'm not even sure if he got the stack for that. It doesn't seem like he did the damage. She just died so quickly there. Dazzle will finally finish his Guardian Greaves. Plate Mail as well, so maybe going for his own Lotus Orb. Not taking the poison touch damage, interestingly enough. It's actually a lot more damage. It's basically double damage on the poison touch. 97 damage per second is a lot. So Viper gonna go for a Shiva's Guard next, trying to tank up a little bit more, and also gives him another nuke to use. Sniper, he finished off his BKB. He doesn't have buyback of 4 minutes though. This is still pretty scary for Workday. If they get into a bad engagement, this game could just suddenly end. Troll gonna go for a Scotty now. Makes a lot of sense. Just get some more slows, get a bit tankier. He could go for a butterfly himself as well, but maybe the Scotty to help slow down the lifesteal a bit during rage. And LC gotta go for her own MKB. I don't think this is the right move at all. I think Ags would be pretty sick this game. You can just jump on top of the Dazzle, or the Lion, or even the Sand King, and with the Ags, and just take him out of the fight for a while. So Sand King, he's got the lifesteal in him again. Another smoke up from Workday, but they gotta spot each other instantly. Actually, Sand King, he gets pinged out. So I might have saw him. It's pretty tense. Looks like... I mean, Workday, they're still smoked. This could end pretty poorly for them. LC gets spotted out, but Blink from the Sand King. Nice blink from the Lion to avoid the duel, but Viper's the one who's going to get dueled here, but he's not going to go down. He's super tanky. Meanwhile, the Dazzle will go down in the backlines. Epicenter will finish off the Sniper as well. Sniper's dead for 100 seconds. LC's dead as well for 125, and this game is looking pretty rough for them so far. They just need to take out the Troll, and this game is over. The Jakiro getting open wounds. They're going to leave the Troll for last and just try and 3v1 the Troll. And Troll, he's got to go down here. He has no more mana to get out. He uses the he has cheese if he needs to use it, but I don't know how he's going to get out of here. He should probably cheese here. He's going to go down anyway. 120 seconds on the sideline. It's time for Google Team A to push. They can go for the throne as well now if they want to. This game is wide open for them to take. Double damage next to Roche as well, but we'll see if they see it. Doesn't look like the Viper Illusion is going to scout. But, so great blinks from the Lion and the Sand King, just managing to dodge the duel. And forcing the LC to overcommit a bit. He ended up dueling the Viper, but it didn't end up doing much damage. This Viper, he's got 31 armor, he's pretty tanky. And the Guardian Greaves as well to stop him from going down. So they're gonna get this racks pretty quickly. Maybe they can't go for the throne. This lifesteal, he doesn't have a Deso, he doesn't push that fast.
Radiant's middle tower is
Young
taking
Beast,
damage.
taking a lot of damage from the towers. Looks like they're just gonna try and go for the racks. Nice rage to dodge the
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Terrorize as well. So a bit of a wasted Terrorize. Blink forward from the Sand King, and Shakira, he's in a little bit of danger. He uses himself for safety, but it's gonna get Earth Spiked afterwards. A nice Curse Crown will hit all three of them and save Jakiro. That would have been a dieback on Jakiro if he got caught out there. It looks like they're just gonna get this range, this melee rack and then back out. Sniper's back up now, it's time to run. But the shrines are open, and Roche number 3 is on the table. This is a refresher shard Roche, so double epi, I guess. Maybe double finger of death. Oh, blink forward onto the Sand King, onto the Sniper, and Sniper goes down again! Oh no. The fake back. Range track's gonna go down for free here. Troll's not up for 10 seconds. There's not much they can do to defend this. Viper, he's on his way. He's gonna pick up a haste rune on the way down. So it looks like they're gonna play it safe. And suddenly this game was so close for so long. It's a 14k gold swing for Google Team A. A huge downhill drop. Trade's being taken now. Roche number 3 is up, so we'll see who decides to go for it first.
Go for my armor.
Looks like Google Team A, they want to push. The Sniper's still down for 30 seconds, but they don't have that much tower push. Another infest into the Sand King. They need to try and pick off the supports right now. I think Willow or Jakiro would be pretty nice to grab. Sand King, he gets brambled up, so it's gonna wait 3 more seconds. The back reply is making it really annoying as well. Looks like he just gotta back off. Sniper's up in 5 seconds. There's not a double damage at bot. Sand King's got a ton of gold. What's he gonna spend it on? Viper gonna go for BTs as well. So AC done on the lifesteal. He's gonna go for an MKB now. Maybe anticipating that Butterfly is coming up, but Sniper and Troll, they're both gonna go for Scotty to take up a bit. Get the slows on the lifestealer. But this lifestealer, he's the menace now. Ag's done on the Sand King. Just buying it outright. 1400 cast range on the Burrow Strike, and Caustic Finale applied to all units who get Burrow Strike. But Workday, they managed to sneak into the Roche pit unnoticed. And this is going down pretty fast. I don't think that Google Team A are able to respond in time, and they're gonna get their Aegis Cheese Refresher. It's gonna... Who's gonna take the refresher here? They don't have that bigger ultimate.
The Radiant
Looks like Troll's gonna pick up the refresher shard for now. Double battle trance to keep him alive for longer. Also, that extra lifesteal is pretty juicy. I think it's okay. He actually went for the evasion talent instead of the plus 40 damage talent, interestingly enough. Maybe that's why he didn't go for a butterfly, because he's already got 25% evasion. So, Workday, they botched this high ground push last time they had the Aegis, but I feel like they're so much further behind this time. Last time they were like pretty even in gold, if only like slightly ahead, but now they're 11k gold behind. Another infest into the Sand King. He's got Ags this time, so these cast ranges are going to be huge. So, it's gonna wait before, it's the calm before the storm. Oh, Burrow Strike onto this nice Leech Commander. She's gonna get instantly blown up. She has buyback, but it's time to run. Atos onto the Willow. Also heals herself, but gets hexed up before she can Shadow Realm. Level 25 talent on Viper means she can't use the Shadow Realm because of the Nether Toxin Silence. There's Gem on the deck as well. Elsie bought back for nothing, but she would have had to buy back eventually anyway. So this level 25 talent on Viper is so broken. silence in an AoE. It's like basically having Static Storm on a 6-second cooldown.
Okay, I see how
Alright, will they
want to
force the
play.
bite back? Jewel onto the Lifestealer. He's gonna get Ice Path here, but he's not gonna go down. He's super tanky. Viper as well, also taking some damage, but like Elsie, she uses her cheese. The Grave onto the Dazzle will help save him. Elsie goes down. There's a dieback on the Elsie. Another Ice Path comes out to slow them down a little bit, but they're not going to be able to get anything done. Sniper, he gets taken out by the Sandstorm in the backline. The Sandkey just 1v1 the Sniper, and Sniper, he's in so much trouble now. He's going to get taken out here. GG is called an ultra kill for Lifestealer, and pretty back and forth game, but just it wasn't a good sniper game, to be honest. I think they did really well in the early game, but just the sniper was not the pick here. They just needed someone who could not instantly die every fight. But Workday, they played pretty well. Still one more game. This is a best of 3, so they have 2 more opportunities to, or 1 more opportunity to grab a game and then maybe take it even. So we'll see you in game 2.